The topic is thought. First of all, it is a function of essence. When you use this, you can say hampering in humans. All these seven knowledge are, you can say, when the motions come, then the thinking start. That way, the thinking starts. That's the thoughts. I explain you in little. Action are a process of thinking, a one way. The second way, action of process of thinking, an idea of opinions produced by thinking are occurring certainly in the mind. That's the mean. When a day by day, when humans have a sense, they're looking, they're breathing, they're smiling, they're listening. All these six or seven sense, when he acquire, when what he look, what he in his hampering, what he preserve, you can say, they go unconscious. This is one of the principle of the conscious, you can say, in other words. This principle, I say that word is more easy to understand. All the living objects, such as animals, humans, all they have the thoughts. But difference I explain you later on. First I start from the humans. Humans, by the motions, you can say by waves, you can say by your gases reaction in your hampering, the four minds. This new stance is a knowledge, one knowledge. A new angle, it is a knowledge. A new idea for voice, it is a knowledge. Everything, time to time, when he see or he believe, he acquire that thoughts. His thoughts always revolving, and the time when he command from their sense, he said, this is my words, or this is my final opinions, or this is the way. Sometime is wrong, sometime it's wrong. That's why a lot of people come together to take the decision from their empires by their thoughts called the bench. Normally is happen in legislations, in some of other objects, many. That's the tale later on. Now, first I explain you little more about anxiety, a feeling of vertically or morally are we as about stance thinking within and creations outcomes. That's anxiety. Now I repeat one thing more. Depression. A feeling survives and dispensary. That's it, depression. So now in someone, when you start the thought motion, you have a different stance, different feelings. It's a body function. It is the third source of energy, the body, the fossils. Their principle. Let's explain you a little about the animals, such like dogs, like corona family, you can say, a cat family. Sorry. When a dog near to the folk, his sense to smile is 60 times more than humans. It is his instinct, dog instinct. He bark, attack, instinct. But when he sees small folk, first he thought, and then he acquired from his brain gone in anxiety. And then in depression, he frightened the small folk. He cannot kill them and just frighten them. That's the motions of the thoughts revolving in his sense. Seems to be happen in humans' hempries. But this, first of all, I explain you this thoughts, all species, all life animals, including aliens, ghosts, same have. But the difference, their limitations. We have the 7 sense, alien have 5, dogs another have 2 or 3. So we are the creator. That's why. That thoughts give you a lot of ideas and new creations. That is the function of the knowledge. And wait, create, activate, generate, all functions, all functions. In more easy, I can explain you the reference. It is logic subject. First start by, no, please be upon him. His great son. His son was Jupiter, and his great son is smoke. You had a lot of time. Yoke moke. That mokes thought to rule whole type of, you can say, all living object become the superior their self. They start a thought to that type of, you can say, is an animal by a human creation. Today you in science you case the gene is there, a human gene, same like the Siamese cats. You have to cross it. Same like the big buffalo, you cross with a pig. Same we do it, but in organic way. So he becomes the greater and greater. That mocks, you say they are traps. Create a lot of anxiety human mankind's. Normally they eat dogs and worms, earthworms and this and that, beefy fitter. But they destroy everything. They're going to destroy everything. And a certain time, he became the big, what you call the empire of the earth. And creating a lot of thoughts, which is, it is a superstition against your emperor have designed. And that stance, what he take from their thoughts, a creator, the first form of energy, have swung them. In near Macedonia and Turkey, you can find it today by the changing of molecules, lot of copper and other, a temperature will be changed. The wafer, a small molecules became lifted on the sky and turned by air, the second source, and covered that miles and miles area of that mountains. Still you find it there with the copper and other, you can say, elements, amalgam of that. All molecules come together by the nature. So this nature's remand to Jupiter, a son of the no, a creator, administrator. Please be upon him. The time of reigning the three person, the three sons were alive. Who are the ship that time and that ship? One of the last one is Jupiter. You can say it is a virus test time, but it is a thought. Now I come to the second reference, to time of the Moses. When Moses go to the mountain to taking the command from the Creator, Normally it takes lot of time. Sometimes it takes 1 year, sometimes 2 years, light year, yeah. You can say it. So his younger brother, Harun, they already rescue. The nature have rescued from that place, from Egypt, by the Michael through the sea. And they come on that place. Harun told many times to their worship people, you can say. But the thoughts are against the Haruns, because Haruns always the thoughts believe on the first form is spice. The second command, the person called summary, he start. Call the trap. Come on, give your all gold, onion and this and that. I make you for a piece of a goat. You can say piece of a wheel, a small buffalo of the gold. And they bark like a child of the wheel of buffalo, male buffalo. When they see that lot of pupils, all the traps, she is taught, say, oh, this is our God. Their beliefs become that. The thoughts, the sense become the belief of them, these thoughts. And they start the same thing, what the summaries thought. Soon after, when they come back from the mountain, the Moses, peace be upon him, asked to the Harun, his younger brother, what this? A piece of a small gold, a wheel, a small buffalo. What is this? How is barking? He have no answer. His thought is pious. He say, I told all, but all this trap, and they say, no, this is our God. Other gods, Moses' God, take us. So they run away. So this is our God. They are wise. Moses called the summary, the person. Second command, or that time, commander you can say, ask the true question. Tell me how you make it. He said, mercy, Moses, to me. When the angel come to you, I'm looking that sand. I put that sand, footprint of the angels together with all these gold ornaments, piece of a gold, and put in the heat. That's why he barked. The Moses cry, you are saying that is the God. He got the command from the mountain by the piece of stone. That's called the commands. God wrote them. He threw to that small wheels and destroy a trillion second. And look on the sky, pray for mercy to that nasty pupil summary. God, a creator, keep him alive till the day of close. That is the thought. Thought of Moses. And you know the thought of Samri. Today, every magic belongs to the calculation of that summary, what we have in these days, till the date of close. This is a thought. I give you other example. Jesus. The Jesus thought always be helps, please, kindness and mercy. He looking day by day, step by step, at that pupils, at that population who discard by that Roman empires that time. So leprosy is a one of, you say, it is a illness, or you say is a virus, that your mock create the same thing. It is a virus. I'll explain you later on my thoughts. So this, the Jesus thought, he is administrator of the God for the mercy. He put in their hands to the second source, and the trillion seconds, the source rebound by the nature of a drop called the raining. Always the acid, raining egg, always the acid reaction. And that acid reaction remove all the leprosy of the body, which the people are hiding in the mountain, day to their end of their body, the death, to release. They become the normal. This is a thought. Again, I give you some more reference. It's more easy to find easy way a humans if you get the reference. So before I explain about that Buddha. When he go a tree called Banyan bird down to the tree and start the thought. What the thoughts? How the first form can help to human mankind. No matter what type of living objects, organisms, everything, their thoughts, Buddhas. So that is a little reference. Their worship people still think a dead tree, banyan, the bird, have also the thoughts. It's not in my hampering to think for that, but their beliefs and their thoughts. So Buddha's thoughts make the humans start these meditations. Now these days you call him yogas. What do you call the monsters are in the, you can see in monk destiny, lot of things. All are the thoughts of this sense. They revolve it, motion it by the positive way. By the positive way. It's a very simple. If having no such terminology, you can say, when a thing's idea, you can say, still come to your hampering, and that is a way look like this. In some part, they using this thought in a stance. This thought alcoves 7 sounds. But deep, go and deep. It is your conscious. When further deep is subconscious, then you have no choice. Then it goes in deep sleep, deep conscious. That's thoughts are just like purifying in a big, you can say, like a refinery, like a burning pot, kapala. Coppers, you say, where you burn irons or copper, any type of elements. Same happen, and is purify a thought that is go to your heart. Go to your heart. By that motions of a feeling, it's become the belief. It's become the belief. It's never denial. It's a faith. It's your faith. That's the nature has designed third form of energy, this fossil, or you say bio geology and biogenetics. By this geo, you can say a geographical, geological. It is a one part of designing of the fossil of your body. That is, you call him geological. But it is the part, what you eat, what you acquire from your genes, from your, which part of the earth you born, the temperature, the seasons. That's reminds a death acquiring when your body is growing. The same response of that items, you can say, of energy. Now, I give you little more example, reference. In these days, humans have a lot of viruses from their thoughts. For example, I can give you the bad nightmare, what you call the bad. Before the 79, the size of the bat is not more than 4 feet. Now it's become more than 8 feet, the bats. One is vegetarian and one is non-vegetarian. Vegetarian always take your crops, fruits, and non-vegetarian is dangerous for the humans, which are like yolk milk are very less, very less, few. But they are providing the system of echo, the sound, to human nature, to human mankind. It is a source. It is a source, second source, providing to them, to the third source, is their function. But when humans disturbing that thought by using this geo, a lot of things, I don't want to say, a lot of things against the nature, by this geographical, what you say, the geo, they are mapping it and transmitting it to the birds to animal, animal to human. That disease, that's became the viruses. See, when you start the same organs of the buffaloes, the tactics, make them the tonics, put it on the feed of the cow, they become the mad. Same happened to the birds. When you put it hatching and poultry in the chickens, give them their same objects by using the hydrate them and put it in the feed to grow the more, then the virus bird flu. Many. And these days we have a same discovered one of 6th generation, what you say, the virus. It is our design by our thoughts to use a more biogenicals. That's a big weapon for the war. It is very small, this earth, less than 300,000 kilometers, and you put a lot of that. Same happened to 2 centuries. Not take any lesson to the humans. When we start this hydrogens and nitrogens using the compound called the chemicals in a humans, their foods, it is a mistake. Oh, is a human thoughts? I example you. They thought humans that even plate now is a full. More population is there. A population are dropping the plate. How can we support them feeds? Their meals? So they put it inorganic way, which not cut by the knife. A chemical, a compounds, nitrogen, potassium, phosphate reactions dia reactions, triad reactions. And that reactions go to your soils in a quick while. But when the crops come and the human eats, by that compounds you call the chemicals have always action and reaction. That's your salt science. Try, see the whole 79,000 up to last 2 centuries, how the people are using their life, how the lifespan is more, your biological is more, everything is strong. They are using organic. Don't use this chemistry in organic. They say, how can we save them? We have a lotus. They beat our crops. A 1 mile, one swung of a lotus, 20,000 a people meal they can eat in one day. Is your thoughts wrong? The nature have designed you. You have killed it. That's called the bird stealer. A millions and millions of hectares they come from Siberia, from that part of the earth, to whole world. They are eaters of the lotus. A 100 groups of tilier birds cut about 100,000, more than 100,000 swans of lotus in a hour time. In our time, see in your crops, if we use the demo species, they safeguard your crops. They have no side effect. This is your thought. Now these days as we have little more vision, you can say, artificial intelligence here. We use the mind. Same thing, the thoughts. This is our GDP, a gross national products, suppose is 7%. Next year this less raining, or this happen, so the crops become lower or your growth become lower. So that's come to 2%. Then say you go to depression, recession, and then go to depression. It is your thought. It is your thought. Remember, a depression is the feeling of humans acquire from, you call the anxiety. The way what we're using, our terminology, you can say, a more strain to your embrace by using this neuron technology, using 400 beta lips, artificial intelligence, yeah, you can say, using this, what you call, that 32 generations, use it, but put a time and limit. That's why these thoughts became lower anxiety and then it's go on depressions. A kill human fossils like, what do you call, lager and lager. It's our mistake. It's our mistake. First we put dead thoughts using the carbon in last these centuries. Now the climate have changed. Now again our thoughts come to capture other humans' sources to the geological go to the other space using that type of thoughts, you call the terminology, to kill them or to put him in trouble. That is the wrong thoughts. I told you that thoughts swing is a motion like birds, small birds, and lovely birds. Sometime he flying, sometime he dying, sometime he swing, but always looking at nice. That is a thought. Use it the way nature have designed it. Nature have designed it to humans. Don't take more strain on your deep conscience or in your subconscious, you can say also. Use the normal conscience. Use your thoughts. It is your will. You can decide it. Is a way, either that way or that way. We never disturb you. Thoughts never object you to any directions. Thoughts put the lot of thesis, lot of views, lot of thinking. The nature designed is a vast and good region. That why is motion. Is a motion feeling. Always provide you sometime love, beautiness, happiness. It thoughts give you the, you can say, politeness. It is a lot of patience of the thoughts designed to the humans time to time. It's a human's exercise of their empress brain, you can say. How you swing on the deep of the water and how you create. I give you one more example. See in the deep sea, the shark fish. In this over earth, the sharpest thing is the teeth of this shark fish. And the thought of that fish, when a drop of a bullet in a deep sea, miles and miles, no matter his self, a drop of blood to his body, he hit them, try to kill them, no problem. It is his own body. It is thought. Is the shark fish short? Is thought. Thoughts give you a lot of revenge when you exercise feelings or in depression and anxiety. That's become the thoughts. But when you go more and more other subjects of the nature, that thoughts become revolving and come down and down and down. Then you become anxiety and then depression. It's the last. When you got depression, I can tell you one thing more about the thought. The body that is always miserable to the humankind. Always. Looking for the cause. Looking for the thoughts. How is happened? Why is happened? Oh, it's not possible. He's a young man. He has some cardiac arrest. Suddenly, how his accident is happened? That's in your own thoughts. That is the point. A wrong thoughts. It is the fossil's body is designed to dissolve. It is designed to dissolve. A fossil body is limited time. The thoughts remind you, but when you remind the thought, reverse them, that is happen. The miserable. Lot of unseen and uncorrigible things. Viruses, pandemics. These all are creation, I say. The simple words of these thoughts. Human thoughts. Before we go further in depth, first use this principle of feeling, motions in the nature way. What nature have designed. Don't do like Jephthah, the son of Noah. Peace be upon him. See the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. How they use their thoughts. Always be a patient and a positive. A day, a morning to the night, a less than sleep. More they patient, more they worship, more they preach. That's a thought. If we use the thought in, you develop it. Is your object. If you want to take, you take it. Find it the way. It's designed. It is a feeling you have designed it by the thought form. Since we have soil, the first form of allergy, so we have 7 senses. And that's why our thoughts are very wise, very bright, very high. All the other nations, all the others, you can say, anything, living organism and animals whatsoever. But use your conscious by thoughts, a good angle, a good visions, a brightness, fellowships, happiness, patience. All this feelings come by these thoughts way. When you trickle them deep and deep, then they go anxiety. Further, he goes in depressions. The human become what you call the sick, or you say the abnormals. Lose their minds. Lose their minds. And this is a lesson to them also, who are creating these experiments of the thoughts, researching into the other animals, birds, for that type of reactions, what you call noise, virus. It mutate. It mutate immediately. Nature never is rebound immediately. Shock you, especially the humans. Stop. Use the way what you've done in last. See the example, lesson. If you don't follow, you have the same pandemics, what you call crisis, crying. Nature have designed you. No matter your population is going higher and higher, you get the foods, you get the meals without any source. Artificially source, you can say. These are simple words I can use. You have artificial intelligence here to create the new things. These are the disaster. These all are the disaster if we use the thoughts against the nature. Then take a lesson. Wait, see what's happened. Thousands and thousands, millions and millions of people dying, body deaths, by this way of this, using that compounds and this and that. This is my lesson. Thank you very much. Thank Mexico, Dankeschön, Regesia, Hamza, Hamnida, Shukran, Swadikab, Arigato, Haimas, Chin Chin.